Okay, drone flights from the 6th of June. This video, or this one, I'm just basically going to show you two chemtrailers, because you'll see them. Then you'll see the trail in the flight. The flight ain't very long, but this one's obviously going down towards there. This one's coming up. I mainly wanted to show them two planes clipping through there. There was one coming from the left as well. I didn't catch that one because pretty soon here someone walks right in front of the camera, right in front of my phone. Yeah. So I just kind of quit recording shortly after that. But there was another chemtrailer coming in from the left. Did a couple drone flights. I'm going to mainly concentrate on this one. That's down at the dam. This is quite a bit later than what I normally would fly the drone. Alarm was going off on the battery, but I could definitely tell by the way they were hammering on the sun, or next to the sun. Sun was definitely being covered up or trying extremely hard. I didn't see this when I was on the ground, obviously. I did see, obviously, there's these two trails from the chemtrailers. This is the one that came up here. This is that light source that I was wondering if it wasn't going retrograde. My last video, you'll see a short clip. I think it might have been the last one or the last couple of videos or whatever. Anyway, I show a short clip of a bright object on the right. I was straight ahead of the camera, and I fan over to the left, and I show where the actual sun's going down. That is this object right here. So that tells me it is going retrograde. Tomorrow, it should, depends if we don't have bad wobble or anything like that. Should be over here, basically setting the same time the sun sets. But I'm pretty sure they'll have her pretty well covered up. The sun is right in here. You'll see a round object here, I think it's to the left of the sun, and there might be a smaller one to the right of the sun. They could be just clouds too. I'm not positive on that. The thing I wanted to mainly point out is that is the sun, as far as I know. That's not a reflection from the sun. It's not a reflection off the cloud from the sun. It's just a different object that just wasn't covered up very well, or, you know, I don't know. Sometimes there's always going to be a glitch. Nothing's ever going to be perfectly covered, or however you want to say it. Somebody's going to slip sooner or later, and usually I've noticed that when this light source is going retrograde like this, it's about in this position or a little bit more to the left of the sun, like say tomorrow or the next day. From this day, actually if you want to count yesterday to about 4 days, they really struggle, it seems like, to cover anything up. You'll notice more. You'll notice more spraying anyway. A lot heavier, from what I've noticed. It's just my opinion, but I don't know. You know, I mean, a lot of people might say that's a lens flare, but it's not a lens flare. It's not a reflection off the clouds from the sun. I don't know. It's just a straight up another different object. These are the screenshots I took. This one is obviously when it first was going down, I would imagine, with the drone. Or when I was going down or just going up, one or the other. You know, I guess somebody could say that that's the sun and that's just a reflection from that, but I don't I don't know how you get yellow from white, but this is when I was almost all the way down with the drone there. And I darken them up. I add some saturation. I do add some HUE into this one to pull out the light source that's going retrograde. You can see the sun's right there. That is white. I don't know. I hear everything from lens flare to reflection off atmosphere to I don't know, but on the drone I can get a reflection from a lens flare, but that's not a reflection at all. That's just a second object there. I mean, though, that could be the sun on the bottom, but that's not going to be a reflection from that. I'm telling you that. The sun has been white at times, mainly. I don't even know. I'm not going to give a time period of it, but it was white for quite a while. But that's usually when it's burning more helium than hydrogen. And here's where I'm going to work on this object, pulling this one out. If I actually had them in order. See, I maxed out the saturation on it there. Trying to get that one pulled out, but I think I turned into a negative first, a reverse negative on the picture, and then pull it out that way. Add the HUE to it. Now see, you can kind of see that little black round speck there. Now that could be an object next to the sun. Yeah, here's where I reversed the picture. You can see it barely, but it's terrible. You can see that's a separate object from that. You can say, well, that's the same color as that. Well, yeah, that's heavy chemtrail coming in, you know. I mean, look what that chemtrail looks like when you reverse the picture. It's real healthy. Okay, here's that object there. I had to blur it out pretty good to get that to pull out. I don't know that that's a second object there, but I do know that's a light source there. I know that looks really weird in there. It was pretty distorted from the HU. I don't know. I know there could some people could say that the sun lines up certain ways with constellations and stuff like that. That's why you're going to be able to see something behind the sun. But in this case, it's not behind the sun. I think this is more in front and below. That is more in front and below, and you can actually almost make out the edges of it where it's more spherical. I have to try to keep this video a little shorter, so I'm going fast through it, but I think Prep Ozzy did a video on the 6th. Shows the sun where another guy, he just kind of breaks down a video of another guy where the sun was flickering really bad. I don't know if it was from, I don't know if that guy's video was from the 6th or not. That basically makes sense on why I would catch something under the sun. And the sun was flickering over in a different country. I mean, obviously we're not going to see the same thing. We're in different countries, but sun's still going to have the same situation where it's going to have some problems. I think that's a problem. But That's my light source there. I'll try to catch it tomorrow, and then you can probably mark my word on it. Approximately where it's going to be. Let's see, where is it? It's right there. It should be right. I'm going to say right here to right here. So if anybody wants to measure from here to here, you know,